Ah, you're back. Welcome. Past the void and infinity. And after I closed the stream, I found the epilogue button immediately. So we're back at this. Braving the harshest of storms. The narrator's been gone for 1,000 years. It's just me. I can only pray that someday the narrator will come to his senses and find me. Maybe the narrator's already gone, but for him, maybe just maybe, I'll find the bucket. Why couldn't have it ended back in that white room? I found it! My God, it's been so long. I've just been walking and wandering. And oh my God, what is that? What is it? What is this? I better not fucking teleport me away. Ah, I fucking knew it. A bucket. Oh fuck. I knew I'd find you. I knew someday we'd be reunited. I knew someday I'd get to show you the memory zone. Here we are. This is fucking awesome. Generator still hums. Wasn't programmed to use fuel. Well, if the narrator went anywhere, it'd be here. Not bucket. Find the narrator. We've had our arguments, but the trio isn't complete without all of us. Stanley Parable 2. The fuck is that in the bottom left? Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 was dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, I found the bucket to be quite confusing. Comforting, sorry. Welcome reprieve from the cat dog board. Hell yeah. Pog. Thank God I found the bucket. Gave bucket here. Hell yeah. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made a plan to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception of the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions. As outlined in a press conference they published today, it's clear that the more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out that it couldn't have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Excuse me, sorry. What do you make of this bucket?
Jim.
Cave Jimson?
Jim.
Better not find a fucking skip button in here, because I don't know if I'll be able to resist pressing it.
Stanley.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Stanley button. Holy shit. The collectibles. Oh my god. I guess that's how you lure me in. Put a couple of collectibles in front of a hole. Let's go. Am I gonna face the monster? Oh, an office. For playing the new content. Sit down, bucket. Oh. It's nice to see you too. But it's terrible to learn that there will be never another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together till you make a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3. Dealing with the birthday party gun. The gun birthday party dash. The revenge of the Stanley versus Spider. Passion of the mind control machine. Specular. Thank you. Oh. Dealing. Okay, fuck. Passion of the Stanley. Passion of the mind control machine. Stanley versus gun. One with the gun. One with the mind control machine. Hell yeah. Stanley Parable. One with the mind control machine. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want to have your say as well. Yeah. Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect that of him, or for him to know how. It's been bothering me, so let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed up. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself. Forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Hell yeah. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Epilogue. Is this where I get the thing? No? Maybe? Ah, damn.
This is the story of a man named
And
Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for
Now where the hell is the
all of
achievement
his
machine?
co-workers were gone. What could
Where
it
is it?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I love that bucket.
Open doors. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry. Okay, there it is.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I'm gonna find the achievement machine. Ah! I have the bucket with me. You can't do this to me. I've already got the bucket.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After
Give me
receiving
to the
critical
achievement
and
hall.
commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Oh really? I've never heard of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, have you? I've never heard
The
of that.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new
That
content
background is so
that
great.
broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable,
What do you think,
delighting audiences the world over.
They really have the aesthetic
Please
for this game
step
down,
inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in
Liminal
the
doors.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley, I've just now realized.
Huh?
That bucket you're holding, it's the bucket
Uh-huh.
I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already?
Yeah, nerd.
This makes no sense at all.
Yeah, that's right.
Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel?
Of course you did.
I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
It's true. Because you've been had. You've been had, narrator.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
I don't have any jumps, now do I? You fool.
The infinite hole? The giant door? Did you see them already?
Giant door.
Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing
Yeah,
them.
you never
They're not
showed that
even
one.
close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they
I love the
exciting?
hole.
Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
Of course, I mean, like, there's always more to do.
Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly.
You did? It's actually very fun.
Yes. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
Okay, that's very cute. What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Taking a left.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had one man, one bucket, one chance to seize their destiny together.
X-Ball. Let's go. Achievement machine, here I come.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe
nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Even further.
That's right, which is why he's proud to announce, for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Well, actually, the second time. It's actually the Stanley Parable 3, if you saw the intro. Cutscene. Okay.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Hold on a second there, bud.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
Who knows?
But the Stanley Parable 2,
pretty damn
now
deluxe.
That's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Yeah, we're already on the third one, didn't you know?
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
Take the
But
bus
let's take
to
a
the
look
new
at some of the
content, and we'll be on our way out. All right, everybody get your gift bags. I'll see you on the other way. I've got a bucket to look
handful
at.
of interesting
How about if I
concepts,
try to pick up a
but
bucket
surely
while
the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy medge. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Bert. Times Roman 2. You gotta see this. Now this is an issue.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here.
Ha!
How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful.
Dual
With 2
wielding.
buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
No!
Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you, Stanley.
The
power
bucket!
of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them.
No.
I
Didn't get a
know
chance
how
to
much
do
the
it.
bucket meant to you,
No.
but I couldn't take the risk.
No.
I hope one day you can forgive me.
They'll never forgive you. Came all this way. I put the bucket in the escape pod. I found the bucket in the desert. I brought them to the computer. I brought them to the Stanley Parable 3. Hey. What am I to do now? What? What? I don't know what I'm going to do. Guess I'll get my free achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Hey,
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago.
Have your friends in
Who
high
fixed
places.
it? Is someone
the
here?
walls.
Are we being watched?
Yes.
Oh, God. Composure. Composure.
Well, yes, we're always being watched.
Yes, as you can see, the
the
machine
walls.
is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the
Stanley
Stanley
Parable 3, you
Parable
mean?
2.
One with the
Breathe.
machine.
Just breathe.
Too bad. Oh, do I have all the achievements now? No, I still have Super Don't Go Outside. Yeah. So close to Super Don't Go Outside. Yeah, sure. Guess I just close the game and don't come back for 10 years, eh? I'll just get in a cryopod or some shit.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
This is it?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Damn. Anything? Sad. Yeah, I've got like what, 24 of those collectibles now? Brain stopped working. Infinite hole, maybe. Exit, probably. Settings world champion. Yeah. Viscosity set to 1,000. Hell yeah. Still disappointed not to see the infinite hole.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well
true.
done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2,
It's already
I'm
set to
including an
1,000.
entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu.
Of course.
We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the
I
Stanley
already have.
Parable 2.
I know you comment on it, but that's all I've seen it do.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself,
Players
what do
truly
players
want?
really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course,
I
in
found
the
the standard
final
button.
game, this
I know
button
what it
will
says.
say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full
Jim.
experience of this feature.
I have
Just
a
play
business
along.
card
I
in my room
promise
right
you'll
now. It
love
says
it.
Jim.
Okay,
I
here
was
we
given it
go.
yesterday.
Let's take a deep breath,
Great.
clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named
My name
Jim.
is Jim.
I want...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on.
Jim.
I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you
Jim.
don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
No.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name, the button says. But no. Instead,
No,
I
I
can't
had to be
even
my
think about
say.
it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
I love the Jim button.
Jim.
No.
Jim.
Then give me the Stanley button. Ugh. Narrator's no fun. You know, I try my best to do, like, something fun with the narrator, but, like, it's only ever his stuff that we go along with. Whenever I try to come up with an idea, he's like, no, put the Jim button away. You're not Jim enough. Fuck. Dude, I bring 2 buckets into the exhibit, and suddenly no more buckets for me.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too.
Oh, yeah.
They would appreciate what I've created here.
Oh, can I change the balloons in the office?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
I'm just replaying
But I'm
old stuff at this
undecided
point.
on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Forgot the Stepney's part.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another
Another
person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
I always almost
Get
remember
Well
what
Someday it is.
Nope.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've
Nope.
made my decision. We're
Yeah.
moving on.
Let's go to the infinite hole. It's the last one. Why not? Infinite hole. Yes, that's a hole. Infinity. Hole, more hole. Epidermis.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward. You see? Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, it is.
One of my
I love the hole.
ingenious
It's like a big
concoctions,
bucket,
if I do
which
say
you
so.
took away
Now,
from me.
Since you've gotten
Instead of a
to
metal
see
bucket,
the
we have a big
infinite
stone
hole,
bucket.
you can press
And
the
this
teleport
is what we
button to
needed.
pop
This is what
back
we
up to the
wanted.
top,
I guess it's
and we
more of a
can
straw at this
continue
point.
onward.
But I'm not going to the surface because I'm going to reveal the secret of your lies. Because if this was infinite, it'd be like a
I don't
straw.
mean to be a bummer,
But no,
I do
this is
recommend
a
you use
bucket.
the teleport
You try to
button
get rid
go
of my
back to
bucket,
the
when in
top.
fact you're the
Maybe
one
do it on
coveting
me
the
sooner
bucket.
rather than
Because
later,
soon we're
Spectrum
gonna
of
find the
Things.
bottom, and then your dirty little lies will be revealed for all to see. And you
Okay, Stanley,
don't
I don't know quite how
understand
to say this
what these
tactfully,
people are
but
going
it's
to do to
possible
you.
that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the whole.
Really?
Is it a very, very deep
Oh wow,
hole?
you're telling me you
be
lied to
certain
me?
it is.
You're telling
It's
me
an
you, the
extremely
narrator,
deep
my
hole.
closest friend
I
in
don't
the
want anyone
world
to
next
say
to the
that
bucket,
it isn't an astonishingly
you
deep hole.
killed,
It is. Is it
is lying
infinite?
to me?
Well, that sort of
I would have
depends on
never
your
thought of that.
definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Yep, here we are.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue
Who's
here
spoken
is
in
just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Yes.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very... Oh, for heaven...
That was an
You
accident.
see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Die.
A normal person.
What's with
would have
these
said, "Yep, that's an
accusations?"
infinite hole right there, goes on
Any
forever till the
normal
end of
person
time.
will say
Don't
that
need
they
to
love
see it all,
holes
but not
infinitely
you.
more
Oh,
than
no,
I
no,
do.
No. You have a weird...
I'm
sort
just
of-
interested in buckets.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole.
Wow.
But I didn't think it was that not
Now,
infinite.
now.
Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Yep.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
From this fallen.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in
Whop.
the hole.
Boom.
If this starts to become a thing
Where what?
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
I don't think you understand what
I'm
infinite
starting to
means.
hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing.
True.
What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Very aggressive divot. Ah, okay, I already came this far. I might as well jump right in.
How is this still a problem? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
Bucket to bucket,
Oh,
no shaming.
Who am I to judge?
This is like a pool.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the
No, it
teleport
don't.
button not working?
And I'm glad it don't. Because
You
I'm
sure?
sleeping here.
Well, I mean,
Kick up your
I really
feet,
don't have an
relax. We're gonna be here for a few
explanation.
hours. This is
Just
the
a
rest of the
moment
stream.
ago. Try it
I
again.
contact Jim for Buddhism. Maybe I'll doodle some like shitty thing. Any fucking. Okay, well I got a sketch pad over here. Guess I could draw something. Anybody got any recommendations? Boom, made a squiggle. I think that's as good as anyone could ask.
Still nothing?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be
See you
away
there,
from
Raider.
the hole.
I never want to see
Now
you again.
you'll get more
Kill the
time with
bucket.
it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win
All
for
right, let's see.
everyone. You get to be
Squiggle
with
up,
the hole. I get to do
squiggle
literally
right,
anything else.
squiggle down, squiggle
Take care,
right,
Stanley.
squiggle
I hope you
down,
and the hole
left,
have a wonderful
left,
rest of eternity together.
left, up, right. And now I've made a weird squiggle. If I add eyes to it and a mouth, boom, it's a creature. Add toes. Add an arm. Now it's just a dude saying hi. See, this is the power of creativity. But unfortunately, the hole, it calls. And just as the Bucket Lord once called to me, so too shall the Hole Lord call. For my patron has been killed, and I need a new deity to worship. And what lies below is an old friend of an old friend. The narrator thought he could kill him, but the bucket lives. Now, it's time to see what's on the other end of this hole. Because I've come to a revelation. I am not so easily bound by mortal coils. Gaze upon me. Gaze upon Stanley, the face of a god. Drama. We need more drama. Give me more. Perspective. More like perception. Come on. Perception button. Come on. There we go. Stanley in Funktown. Nothing can stop him. Look at this hunk of a man. Now he's in hell. This is the sound of the dissonance of his mind, thinking about his feelings of the bucket who was destroyed. He thought he could dual-wield buckets, and his hubris got to him.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Nah. Stanley.
Stanley! Stanley!
What?
Oh, good, you're awake. It
Damn,
seems you had
I
sort
wanted
of
to get a
dozed
screenshot of
off
that last
there,
one.
drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
I really don't.
So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you
Well,
really
you'd
truly
be a bit of
focused
a
on the
bitch now,
hole?
wouldn't you?
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
That's
And
what
I'm
seems
looking
to be
forward to
true.
all of them. Stay alert, Stanley.
I
I'll
will.
be back.
Oh, yeah,
Toodle
sure. Toodle pip. Oh, I'm so awake right now. But I hear the call of the depths. God, I love that hole so much.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Can I get a new bucket? I'll never forgive you, narrator. Ugh. Anyways, on to the exit. I'm sure that's all of the new content. Okay. Just be sure. Let's go through the exit. You know, this whole epilogue thing is kind
All
of...
right, have you seen everything you wanted to?
No.
Ready to move on now?
No. There's been a lot of content for the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's good. However, the Stanley Parable 2 itself, in-universe, has been very lackluster. It just had a bucket.
So,
None of these
Stanley,
other features
what do
that
you
you
think?
promised.
Do you like all
was
of the new
just the
features?
bucket.
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but
It's impossible.
I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not
You always just
it
rewrite
coheres
shit.
into
You
a
never have
meaningful
care for
gameplay
stuff. You always
experience.
talk out of your ass, narrator.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
I like it. I got 36 jumps remaining in that universe.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Don't seem quite
Who am
right.
I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
It's true.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure
True.
and the gameplay of the original.
There you
Wait,
go, bud.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully,
Now you're
of
getting
course,
somewhere.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
Oh,
I suppose it
absolutely,
could, But
maybe.
it would need a really, really tremendous title screen.
Like the
A
Stanley
title
Parable Ultra
screen
Deluxe?
that says with
No.
bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2.
Nope, 3.
Let me see if I can whip something up.
Hell yeah.
All right, perfect. Go ahead.
Take a look. The Stanley Parable 2. Damn.
This is
Well then, I think that is finally everything. And while I don't have the
all of
patience
his
to go back
co-workers were
through,
gone.
and
What could
shut
it
up,
mean?
narrator.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It's bucket time.
It is. Well, now, I don't have the patience to go back through the entire, like, get well someday, confusion, the, paradoxical ending, beginning, to get back to that white room and end on the same note as the last one. I think this is as good a spot as any. Me, the bucket, and the office.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Yes. Well, time for me and the bucket to go. And I think you should too. So, even if you just had me on in the background or whatever have you, I hope you enjoyed. And I really do appreciate the companionship. You are like my bucket. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day. See ya.